The movie Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile, which stars Zac Efron as serial killer Ted Bundy, is getting a ton of buzz at Sundance, which means the party for the movie Saturday night was very hot. It was so hot that a lot of invited guests were stuck out in the freezing cold, so people could not get into this party. It began at midnight and it reached capacity immediately. Yeah. And so bouncers, they were only allowing VIPs in, so a lot of people could not get into the party. One source told us that her fingers were so numb that she felt like her fingers were gonna fall out because she was waiting for so long. She tried to pull out and take a phone of Zac as he was leaving the club, but she couldn't feel her fingers. And people, you know, when he left, they obviously didn't go in because they were waiting around for Zac Efron.
Okay, well, here's the thing. This is actually very typical at Sundance. All the parties have lined. Yeah. And Zac was such a great sport. I saw him with the fans, but Zac also hung out with us at the Sundance Variety Studio, and he revealed why he dyed his hair platinum blonde. Watch this.
It's just for life, bro.
Yeah. I love it. He said, just life, bro, you know, but he looked great with his new hair, and he was seriously all the rage. It wasn't just that party. When he walked into the Variety Studio before his interview, you could hear from upstairs the fans screaming for him. Listen to this. Like, it was crazy. This is right outside the Variety Studio. It was pandemonium, and he was great.
So the SAG Awards were last night, and they have 2 words, Wakanda forever. And the surprise win, Black Panther took home the night's biggest prize, outstanding performance by a cast. That's right. It was historic, and it was the first Marvel movie to ever win. And Chadwick Boseman gave a really beautiful speech about being young, gifted, and black. And it's gone now from being an Oscar underdog to being a real contender, Elizabeth Wagmeister.
Well, Emily Blunt was another surprise winner. She won the SAG Award for Supporting Actress for A Quiet Place, and she gave a really touching acceptance speech that actually made her husband, John Krasinski, cry, and he had the best reaction. His face when she won was amazing. Now, Timothée Chalamet was at the same table, but he, you know, caught some attention for a totally other reason. The internet went abuzz because cameras caught him reading at the SAG Awards, okay? And a lot of people were actually speculating, could it have been the script for Call Me By Your Name 2? I have bad news. When I interviewed Armie Hammer at Sundance, he said there's no script. The book hasn't even been written yet. One of my favorite interviews this weekend was with Crazy Rich Asians and Asians 8 star Awkwafina, who's the total breakout. Now, she had 2 films premiering at Sundance, which is a big deal. One of them is called The Farewell. She takes on a more dramatic role, and it really got rave reviews, a lot of buzz with that film. But she has a big upcoming role in the Jumanji sequel alongside Kevin Hart and Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So I asked her, I tried to get some details on her character, and she had a total fangirl moment over The Rock. Take a look.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, he shouted me on his Instagram, and I was like, what? That's so cool, man. Like, at my English, I think my high school English teacher was like, dude, you're on The Rock's Instagram. And I was like, what? That's so cool, man. Yeah.
I love her.
She's infectious, right?
She is infectious. It was my first time interviewing her. I mean, what you saw there is really what you get in person. But The Rock actually saw this interview, and he retweeted it, and this is what he wrote. Love this cool chick, talented. We're going to have a lot of fun when we start shooting Jumanji next month. #AquaRock.
I love that.